People don't think about personal style so much as a tool. And as a small business owner, as an entrepreneur, your personal style is part of your tool chest.
Hey, aloha, everybody. What you wear changes how you show up in your business. If your wardrobe feels like a pile of meh instead of a tool for confidence, this episode is for you. Today, we're talking about what midlife entrepreneurs really need from their closets and how small tweaks can change your whole workday.
Yes, we are. Today we are chatting with Jacqueline Prattipati. She helps small business owners build confident, functional wardrobes that feel good. And we're going to be talking about why style does still matter, even when you're busy doing everything else.
Real fast. Hey, my friend, Anna is traveling and she is in a beautiful setting and she's done this show like 3 times today. I just gonna say it. She's
I
been
did.
so on time. She's been on time many times today.
Yes, I'll
Um,
just time
yeah,
zones with travel. And anyway, I got all
yeah,
messed up today, but I am here. I am so
yeah.
excited about today's conversation.
Same,
I'll tell you,
same.
I'm just going to spill the beans right now. If anyone knows me, they know I am a jeans, an undershirt, and a t-shirt on top girl. That is my pretty much my entire wardrobe. And
Yeah, I
even
love
just
it.
trying to dress when you're a work from home entrepreneur, but also doing Zoom calls. So it's like the upper lower combos. And I'm just excited to what Jacqueline has to
Yeah,
say today. Because some days I just show up in whatever I have on and just add a
yeah.
jacket and make it work. I'm telling all my
No,
secrets right now.
I know. For those of you listening to the podcast, right? Anna showed up today. She looks so cute. She's got these cute earrings on. Her sweater is fabulous. Her hair is done. This is how much our guest today, Jacqueline, means to us. Not saying that our other guests don't, but today, especially, we really did want to show up, and Anna did because you look
Yeah.
fabulous, my friend.
Let's get
Okay,
Jacqueline up here,
yeah,
right?
let's do it. Let's do
Okay.
it.
I'm going to add her to the
Ready?
stage.
You're going to do it.
Jacqueline.
After listening
Hello.
to all the shenanigans, welcome to our show.
Thank you.
I'm going to switch us to right here. Okay. So we're going to just
Sure.
take a selfie before we dive in because this is just what we like to do. So you can pose any which way you deem appropriate, Jacqueline.
Okay.
So, okay, on three, 1, 2, 3. Okay, that is our imaginary camera person offline. And we're going to jump in. We're going to have Anna start the show and let's go. Let's do this.
Yes,
Super.
we are. Okay, so I know you were in the green room, but you could hear what I was saying. So I just spilled all the beans about all the things I do wrong with my wardrobe. And honestly, I'm excited about this conversation for a couple reasons. One, because I realized just getting ready to have you on the show that my wardrobe does not equal confidence for me right now. And I am excited to hear how I can change that mindset a little bit and start to style myself, right, in a way that also supports who I want to show up as at work. Okay. So let's start with our focus question. Our very first question for you, and the one that we want to have the conversation about, is this one right here. What role does personal style play in how midlife entrepreneurs see themselves and how they lead?
Excellent question.
And I would say people don't think about personal style so much as a tool. And as a small business owner, as an entrepreneur, your personal style is part of your tool chest. And so, whether you like it or not, you're the face of your business. And we all know, we all do it. When you see someone, they have not said a word, and you are already forming opinions. And people do that to you who you encounter as a business owner. So, be it potential clients or people you're meeting at networking events, things like that. They're forming opinions about you based on how you look. That's reality, right? I'm not telling you anything you don't know, haven't done yourselves. And so I think it's super important that we're thinking about personal style as a tool, because if I want someone to have XYZ opinion of me or my business, I have the power to influence that simply by how I'm dressing myself. And it's not only about, what people who you encounter think of you, but you should also be using it as a tool for yourselves. And you were chatting about this before I even hopped on about, oh, I dressed up today and you both have like super good energy. You're hyped up. I would say, okay, how do you feel in what you're wearing today versus what you normally wear when you're like, oh, I normally an undershirt and jeans and a sweater or a t-shirt. And today, as Selena said, you're looking cute. You've got on a really cute polka dot sweater. You've got great earrings. Your hair is all coiffed, and you feel
Fabulous.
I do.
She feels
I do.
fabulous.
I do feel
yeah,
bad. It's a great day, right? I was like, oh, my hair turned out cute. And I do this sweater.
yeah.
Right. And I forgot my leggings, but I borrowed some, right?
Exactly. And think about that as a small business owner, as an entrepreneur. When you feel like that, when you feel, oh, I can see you like checking out your sweater, and oh, I do like how I look. I feel great. That you exude that when you feel good, when you feel like I look like myself, I feel comfortable in how I'm presenting myself. That is then how you are presenting your business. And so that's like part of what I was talking about as far as using it as a tool to influence. You start doing it organically when you feel good in what you're wearing.
Jacqueline, do you recommend that people have like different styles of outfits for how they want to show up? Or is it like be who you are at your core?
Yeah, I very much be who you are at your core. A lot of what I talk about is letting go of all those rules. I feel like we're all generally the same age range ish. So all of those dated, don't wear white before Memorial Day or after Labor Day. And if you're XYZ size, don't wear horizontal stripes. And you can't wear black and navy together. All of that nonsense. It's nonsense. It's all nonsense.
Right.
It's 2026. We're wearing what we want to wear. We're not being so concerned about, do other people like the look of it? Does it feel like me? And so a lot of the work that I do with my clients is helping them shed that. And you touched on this a little bit earlier. It is a lot of mindset, right?
Yeah.
You have to be ready to let go of a lot of those things. You have to be ready to step into, okay, this is how I want to show up. This is how I want to feel in my clothing. And no, it's not a matter of having different styles, like you said, or different things that you want to show up. It is the style that you gravitate towards. That's what we work with, right? And we make that how we show up. Like we
Yeah.
utilize that as our tool, like I was saying.
I wrote this down because I didn't want to forget it, but I never thought of like my uniform, my what I'm wearing as a
Yeah.
tool when I'm in business mode. And it really, like you said, the mindset shift, that was a big, I was like, oh, it is a
Yeah.
tool. And I think because for some people, they're like, oh, that's such a vanity vibe or whatever. But this really switched how I really look at it now. Just because it's so funny. It's such a simple
Yeah.
thing.
It seems simple, but until you like really stop and think about it, but it's true. And especially we're talking women in midlife having small businesses. Interestingly enough, many of my clients happen to be small business owners and women in midlife because that's who I work with. But when you think about the lifestyle of a woman in midlife, this is what they struggle with because they are wearing all the hats. And I don't mean just in their business, because as small business owners, we do wear them all. We're the CEO, we're the marketing manager, we're customer service, we're the operations, we're this. You wear all those hats, but also their lives as maybe mom, maybe I actually have a full-time job also, and this is my side hustle till I get it off the ground. And so one of the things that people often come to me with is, because I work from home, as many of the small business owners who I work with do, I don't always get dressed every day. Like it becomes 5 o'clock and I'm still sitting around in my yoga pants or whatever the case may be for anyone. And so it's figuring out, okay, if you're going to have your morning with getting your kids off to school, let's say, and then doing your workout, if you're going to then get on a call with a potential client, I don't think we want to be wearing the same thing. So how do we transition to get you to get out of those clothes, put on something that feels like you, but that doesn't feel stuffy or foreign? Okay, this feels like me, but elevated, right?
So, can I tell you that is what you just described is what I think I personally struggle with, right? I think to myself, what's the point? It's an hour conversation. If I just throw a jacket on over this t-shirt I've been wearing all day long. They won't even know it's just a t-shirt. They'll think, oh, cool graphic tee under your really hot jacket. So you make up these excuses and maybe below are my pajama bottoms. And so I'm wondering, like, in your experience, how much of a, I'm going to say detriment is that to like how you're being able to show up as a business owner?
Yes.
I know for sure I would never stand up in the middle of one of those Zoom calls and go to do something without turning my camera off because I feel
Right.
like they can see all the stuff that's not appropriately closed for this call.
Yes. I do think it is a detriment because it's all about how you feel, right? And so if you know it when you're putting it on, when you're using terms like it's just a t-shirt, it's fine. Not I'm super excited because I put on a black silk blouse that I love today and I feel really good and I feel really confident. Confidence is such an overused word, but it's true. Like you do exude a confidence when you're wearing something that feels good. And sure, it's just an hour call, but that's a mindset you're putting yourself in for your business. And so if you think about, okay, sure, this was just a 1 hour Zoom call. What if you are out in the world? What if you're at a networking event or meeting? Again, I keep saying meeting with a client because that is my world and a lot of my clients' world. But let's say it's something like that. If you're going with this fine mentality, to me, that also the word I'm looking for, it like inches into this. I maybe am going to hold back. I don't necessarily want to be seen. Whereas when you are wearing something that feels good, you are going to want to be seen. It impacts you in such a positive way. It's hard to put into words, but you know that feeling when you're wearing something that feels good, that you like. That's not just this old thing. That's okay.
Yeah. I legit was just going to tell you. So this morning I did dress from top to bottom. I have these cute jeans on that I typically don't wear, but I felt good all day because at the time of our recording, it's in like the afternoon, but I dressed up from the morning. I put makeup on, and you're right. I didn't hold back. It's the holding back sometimes when we're not fully 100% presentable.
Exactly.
And yes, the
Go ahead.
impact. You're so right. The impact. It does trickle down. I felt confident and in a good mood all day long.
Yeah. And I think you get complacent, right? Okay, I wore this t-shirt with a blazer on this Zoom call. I can wear it. I can wear it again. I'll just put on trousers with it or whatever to go to this thing in person. Then you're not really getting out of that. I hate to call it a rut, but you're not getting out of that rut of constantly status quo. It's fine. When you think about your business, ideally, you want your business to be booming, right? You want your business to grow. You want to have all the things, be it clients or profits, whatever your end goal is. Just fine that it's not equating to what you're wanting to get out of your business.
I just had the funniest thought in my head. It was almost like a mini conversation. And I was like, if I were going to take my business out on a date, would it wear a t-shirt with a jacket over the top? No, it would
Exactly.
not.
What I love that.
On a
Yeah.
date.
Like this, be mad. You would be mad at yourself.
Mad at it. I would be like, excuse me. Like, what is that? Go put something nice on.
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah.
Okay. So I do have a question. Actually, I have two mini questions. The first one is about the impact of so many things being virtual nowadays and how that impacts like kind of the advice you give people. That's my first question. Let's start with that one. Let's start with that.
It's funny because I am now based in Berlin, Germany, I work 100% virtually. So interestingly, I've still maintained most of my clients in the US. So I'm working with them 100% virtually. I'm still getting dressed every day. And that is the advice that I give to my clients. It doesn't matter. It's all about how you feel. And so, not to repeat what I was just saying a second ago, but if you're feeling like halfway there, halfway in it, because you're okay dressed, you're going to carry that mindset and that feel with you onto a call as well. I think you can feel it yourself. Oh, you just said, I'm going to just put on this t-shirt and this blazer and it's okay. But then that's the mindset you're going into your call with. And you want to be excited about it. Be it, we might say a call virtually, it typically is a call, whatever you may be doing. You want to be feeling good about what you're presenting yourself as.
100%. Okay. I love that. My second question has to do with actual style pieces. Are
Yeah.
there some things that you recommend everyone have in their closet? You hear that, right? Everybody
Yes.
needs a good black dress. Every woman
Yes.
wants
Yes.
everybody needs a good pair of shoes. Everybody needs a pair of black pants that will go with everything, right? So are there pieces where you're like, everybody should have these things?
Hot take. I hate that. I hate the 5 things every woman needs in her closet. All small business owners need a blazer. I love a blazer and I recommend it for a
Right.
lot of my clients, but not every single one of them because it doesn't work for everyone. Just like
Mm,
I don't think every woman needs a little black dress in her closet. The thing that I do with the clients who I work with, it's very personalized. It's all based on your lifestyle, your body, your wants, your needs, your business. So there is not a one size fits all. And it's interesting. I started doing these client interviews and I met with someone last week, I guess it was, revisiting after we had worked together. I think we're going on close to 2 years of our initial time that we started working together and just talking through what her experience was like, things like that. And she said, when we were doing the style discovery process, which is what all my clients do when we start, we want to level set, right? Let's figure out what your style even is and give you some clarity. And then we use that as our launch pad, right? So she said, we were going through the style discovery, and I was so excited when you said that my style was a little bit boho because I always wanted that. Like, I always knew that I gravitated towards it, but I felt, no, I'm traditional and I'm classic, and that's all I am. And she said, and then when you taught me how I can wear these things in a professional setting, like little elements of boho, I got really excited. Yeah. Now, would that be for me as a small business owner? No, it's not really my style, but for her it is, and it works. So it's really about helping you as a person come through, again, using that style as a tool to make you show up as yourself.
Thank you for saying that because sometimes I feel like it almost pigeonholes people into this decision that causes anxiety because, like you
Yeah.
said, maybe cute little black dress is really not their style because they're like a boho. So fine. Thank you for just saying that is an option for people to say, hey, I don't fit this style. I will find my own kind of black dress.
yeah.
Absolutely.
If I had to pick what I am deep down, it's going to be rock and roll. I love a little bit of rock and roll happen in my wardrobe. I think some interesting pieces that my friends are like, oh, okay, we're going with that. All right. But that's you. It is actually.
No, I love it. I could ask you 10 million questions right now, but I realize that we don't have you all day. And so I don't mean to. I'm going to move us into our keep the try. What's cool, if you have been listening really well, there are some things that Jacqueline has already said that you should be keeping to try. So I'm curious to see what she's going to tell us more because that's amazing. Okay, so in the extras that I always did this little cute intro. So, Jacqueline, just bear with me as I flash a little segue video that's telling
Okay.
everybody where we're on. Yeah.
I, we're here at the Keep It Try segment of our show.
Yes. So, look, you guys, if you are listening to the podcast, I'm extra. I love to add extra things to our show. So, you saw a little video just is segueing us into the very first question that we want to tell Jacqueline. What should people do for keeping? What would you keep in this industry of just dressing confidently? What should we never?
Small business owners should keep investing in themselves. It's not about investing in your business only because remember, you are the brand. So, small business owners, women in midlife in particular, continue to invest in yourself. Yes, it's great that you invest in your business, that you maybe hire business coaches and do strategy sessions and whatever else. But if you are not feeling good about yourself, if you're not feeling like yourself, that's going to show. So continue to invest in yourself in whatever you need, whatever ways that you need, whatever feels good to you.
I love that advice. Invest. And in this particular conversation, this would equal invest in a wardrobe that makes you feel good.
Absolutely.
Okay. All right. So our next part of Keep Ditch Try is the ditch. All right. If you were going to be talking to a group of midlife female entrepreneurs and you were like, ditch this immediately. If you are doing this, boot it out the door. What would you tell them?
I know this one well. Ditch doing everything alone.
Ah,
I touched on this a little bit earlier as far as we wear all the hats because we do, because that is what being a small business owner is. You do things that you're like, oh my God, I didn't realize this was part of doing this, but here we are. Stop trying to do all the things. Focus on those things that you know, okay, I'm an expert in this. I really excel. This is my bread and butter. This is my business. Do that. The things that either you don't like to do or I am not skilled in this at all, find a way to hire someone, partner with someone, get help that you need, and bring in help. It's something I wish I had done way earlier in my business, but it's so worthwhile.
Yes.
Receiver, I highly recommend that answer.
Fist bump, Anna, same.
Yeah, 100%. It's so much better when you are with somebody, the feedback you might get or the validation or the hyping. Yes, like Anna, walk out with that, you queen. It's like big, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I love that. Okay. So the last question, what should everybody try? Or what? No, I want to take this back. What's something you wish you did try? Or maybe you answer it in both ways. I don't know.
Yeah, this will touch on both actually,
Okay,
because
okay,
it's
good.
something that took me a while to try, and I
Mm.
think everyone else should try it.
Okay, cool.
This week, try something to show up more visibly in your business. So, are you putting your face on the screen on social media? You never do that because you can't do it? Or are you meeting a complete stranger for a networking coffee? Are you cold emailing someone on LinkedIn? Do something that you think, oh my God, I really can't. I'm never going to do that. I can't do that. You can't. You can do it. And it's that confidence. You don't have it before you do it, but after you do it, you're like, oh, I can totally do that. I'm going to do it. So the confidence is going to come after the fact. Just do it. Rip the Band-Aid off. Do it.
Yeah. I'm going to dress up and do it. That's what I'm going to do.
Yes.
I think the confidence will be even better. And I'm going to be like, what would Jacqueline do?
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Jacqueline,
I
I'm
think
going to
that's-
wear my most rock and roll outfit for you.
Yeah.
I want a photo.
Yes. No, we're definitely going to tag it. Look,
Yes.
anybody
I
listening,
might have to
dress,
do something.
dress how you want to dress and tag her. I'm like, I'm rocking it
Yes.
today because of
Please
Jacqueline.
do. Yes. Can I tell you, okay, I know I'm totally sidetracking this conversation, but I have this black Harley Davidson vest that I'm to wear to a business meeting. And I might, is that a little pink Harley Davidson in the little corner? I just might wear it. I don't know.
No, you need to.
You could
When
do
you
it.
return home, first meeting immediately, Jacqueline.
Also, what is the worst thing that will happen? Why not?
Nothing. People will be like,
Nothing.
here goes Hannah wearing her rock and roll clothes again. And then life goes.
And hey, maybe there will be someone there who's, oh my gosh, my dad used to drive Harleys, or my husband, or connection.
Yes.
We didn't even talk about that, but clothes are definitely a form of connection between people and how we didn't even touch. Okay. Anyway, we can't get into a whole nother conversation. It's like, it's going to be like episode 2 of the podcast.
We'll revisit in 6 months.
We will. We will.
We'll come back and talk about clothing equals connection. Okay. So Jacqueline, if you were going to leave one thought, if you were like, hey, if you take nothing else from this conversation, here is what I want you to hear from me today. What would you tell our listening audience?
Yeah, it is absolutely what the theme we've been weaving throughout this conversation, which is style is not separate from your business. Your personal style and your business, they're together. It is part of your tool chest as a small business owner. You can use it to your advantage. It's not something that you should think of separately.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that.
I absolutely love it. And this is where Anna is going to take the show away from me because I like gibbity gabs. But I just want to say, Jacqueline, thank you for like also coming on with such a non-judgy like persona. Cause sometimes you do run into those people that do style and they're like, oh, and cause I am intimidated constantly by what I put on because I'm not sure if it's enough or if it's no, it's never too much, and it's always not enough. But I just want to say thank you because there sometimes that is what stalls a lot of people from really wanting to dress the way that they want to dress is because sometimes when they do get the help, it's given in a way that is not as
Yeah.
as nice as how you've been on this show today, sharing like really great tips for midlife entrepreneurs.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So,
Well, it's
yeah.
been a
If
pleasure.
somebody needs to find you because they must, where is your most favorite place for them to go first?
It's Instagram, of course, at JGP Styled Me, styled with a D, styled me. Otherwise, my website, jgpstyledme.com. They
Okay.
can set up a discovery call if they'd like to have a chat and learn more about how I could potentially help them.
Yeah. So for everybody listening out there, we just want you to know that if you head to annaandselena.com/blog, our show notes will all be on there for everything we've talked about with Jacqueline, including a direct link to her Instagram and her website. So you can find her very easily by heading to our site.
Yeah.
Jacqueline, thank you so much for being here with us today. You've inspired me clearly. As soon as I'm back home and have my wardrobe there, a Harley
Yeah.
Davidson vest is coming out and it's going to get
Can't wait.
on my body, which is
Yeah.
fun for me. But I
How
really love what
nice.
you left the idea of just confidence is a mindset, and what you wear and how you show up really is going to affect the way people see your business. If you're timid and shy and unsure of yourself because you feel uncomfortable and ill at ease, that's going to shine through in your ability to support your clients and get new
Yeah.
customers and all of those things. So I love what you had to say today. Thank you for joining us, and we can't wait to have you on for part 2 when we talk about
Yes.
Thank you both for having me. This was such a fun conversation. I really enjoyed it.
All
Thank you,
right.
Jacqueline. All
Right.
right. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.